Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This week I'm going to be showing you 4 cozy soup recipes that are easy weeknight dinner ideas to keep you nice and warm as the temperatures are starting to cool down. There's just something about soup that just, it just warms the stinking soul. So if you're interested in seeing how I made these, just keep watching.
Never wanted to end it like we did. I guess shit happens for a reason. But it's like something feels different from back then. Why don't we go back to...
Alright, as you can see, we're doing a little mise en place here. Is that the right thing to say? Doesn't that mean like chop vegetables, chop fresh vegetables in French? I don't even know. Anyways, we chopped some fresh vegetables. I did a 1 onion, a poblano pepper, and I am going to saute those so they soften up in olive oil. And then we're going to start putting everything in the crock pot. All right, it's time for the seasoning. We're starting with a little dash of garlic powder. Chili powder, I think it called for like a tablespoon. I eyeball everything. That's cumin going in now, but I will link the recipe in the description box below for the exact measurements. That is paprika. I put in way more than what you were supposed to for that. And now I'm adding in a little bit of Italian seasoning. I think it called for parsley, and I don't believe I had any. Salt, pepper, and now we're gonna start with some other good, crushed red chili flakes. Is that what that's called? I don't even stinking know. I'm a mess today, guys. Bear with me. Now we're going to be adding in 1 teaspoon of better than bouillon base. You can also use the powdered stuff. Anyways, Rotel, or that's the Walmart brand. Just diced tomatoes with green chilies. And then I drained a can of corn and rinsed a can of black beans, and that is going to be going in, as well as 6 cups of chicken broth. And then I'm going to be putting in 2 chicken breasts, popping the lid on, and we're going to be cooking for about 4 to 6 hours on low.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights.
So the 4 hours is up, and as you can see, everything is all cooked up. The chicken is done. I'm going to pull it out and shred it up. For this, I use my stand mixer. I throw the entire chicken in, turn it on, 2 seconds, and the chicken is like perfectly shredded. Now I'm a texture person, and I would have preferred like chunks of chicken, shredded chicken. It skeeves me out, guys, unless it's like pulled chicken, like in barbecue sauce. I don't know. Anyways, the flavor of this was fantastic. Next time I will just like chunk up my chicken. That was an interesting thing to say. Anyways, I'm adding in a dash of lime juice. Juice, yeah. I didn't have fresh limes, so I'm just use what you have on hand, you know what I mean? Adding in some heavy cream, we're gonna bring it to temperature, and then we're gonna plate it. I topped mine with cheddar cheese, half of an avocado, tortilla strips, cilantro, and oh my gosh, the flavor was so stinking good. Oh my gosh. First of all, I love avocados and cilantro. I could have made a meal just of that. Also the tortilla strips. But altogether, it was amazing. You got to give that one a try. Next up is broccoli cheddar soup, and this was awesome. Mom and Dad came over for dinner. They enjoyed it. I don't know if they were telling me that just because they love me, but it seems like they did. I made some fresh dinner rolls to go with it. So anyways, let's get on to this next one.
Even if the sky is falling down.
Now I am putting all of this in a baggie because I do not need to make dinner right now, but I wanted to get the prep work done. So I'm cutting up a half of an onion and I'm gonna cut up some celery. I think it was about 3 stalks, and we're gonna chop it up, put it in the baggie. We'll wait till dinner comes. I also need to cut up an obscene amount of broccoli. I used 3 heads of broccoli. It probably was close to like 6 cups, if that is how you measure. Also, let's take a moment for how nicely and cleanly I started cutting up the broccoli. And then I was like, you know what, screw this. I don't have time for all that. We're just gonna chop this sucker up really rough because it's all gonna be boiled down. So yeah, take my advice. Just chop it up. Just chop it like it's hot. You know what I mean? Now, 1 pound of cheddar cheese. Make sure you get the block, not the already shredded cheese, because it just doesn't melt the same. It's so satisfying to watch someone shred cheese. All right, guys, watch me shred this cheese, and then we're gonna start whipping up this soup. Yes, that is 1 stick of butter. This is a low fat, low calorie soup. It's great for when you're on a diet. Obviously I'm kidding. That is, yes, an entire stick of butter. There goes our onions and celery that we chopped earlier. I'm gonna be adding in some pepper, some salt, and we are gonna let these soften up for probably about 10 minutes or so. Once we do that, half a cup of flour is going in, and we're going to make our roux. Add in our chicken broth, our milk and cream. It called for whole milk. All I had was 1%. So I did 1 cup of 1% and 1 cup of heavy cream. I mean, it turned out okay. Again, I'm a big fan of just using what you have on hand. It sometimes works out, sometimes it doesn't, but in this case, it worked out amazing.
Promise that I will stand by you forever, and I won't waste it.
Now the recipe did not call for cayenne or ground mustard. I think that's what that's called, ground mustard seasoning. Yes, but anyways, I thought that would be great. I didn't want it to be spicy. I just wanted like a little hint of something. So I threw that in there. Ground mustard, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and now we're gonna be adding in all of this broccoli. We're gonna bring this sucker to a boil. We're gonna turn down the heat to low, and we're gonna slowly add in our cheese until it's all melted, and then this soup is done. The whole thing came together in 30 minutes. It was that easy.
Met him on a sunny day in late July, and everything turned upside down. I almost lost track of time as weeks went by. I couldn't get him off my mind. I told him I want that great love, like standing in the middle of a bonfire. You don't know how you got there, but you hold tight, knowing that you can't get burned. Just tell me how we lost track of everything but each other. I honestly don't know.
Now I know you're thinking, Elyse, you just told us to add this slowly. And you know what, guys? I did for the first 2 scoops or handfuls, but you know, just do as I say, not as I do. Anyways, look at that pot of deliciousness. It was so good. I wish there was leftovers, but there's not. Anywho, on to the next. This one is a sausage tortellini. Hang on. I gotta find my recipe I have sitting in front of me here so I don't lie to you. Creamy sausage tortellini soup, and oh my gosh, was it good. Okay, 1 pound of ground sausage going in, a couple of tablespoons of butter, and we are going to soften up some veggies. Another mise en place, which was carrots. What else did I do? Onions. I think that was it. Yes, we're gonna soften that up and then we're gonna add a little bit of garlic to it. And then you'll see how this all starts to come together.
But it's not easy, so tell me how to let go, 'cause you really seem to know how to carry on.
All right, guys, pepper, salt, and a dash of Italian seasoning, or however much you want. I love that stuff, so I use it, all of it. And we are going to cook this till it's soft. For me, that was about between 15 to 20 minutes. Once that is done, I'm adding in a 1/4 cup of flour. Cook it for about 2 minutes just to get rid of that flour flavor. Flour flavor. Sure, that's a mouthful. All right, once that's done, we are gonna be adding in 1 jar of tomato paste, 6 ounces. I am using a sharp knife to scrape it out of mine in case you want to use that advice. I mean, probably not the smartest or the best for your utensils, but you know, here I am, living the dream. I got it done. We got it in the pot. We're gonna stir this in and then we're gonna slowly add in our liquids. And as always, like I always say, guys, I'm gonna be adding the recipes in the description box below, because if you're anything like me, you're gonna not follow them anyways, but just use them as a guideline. That was Clayton adding in the rest of the tomato paste that I left behind. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So this is 6 cups of chicken broth, and then we're gonna be adding in 1 cup of heavy cream. For this, I used 1 9-ounce package of cheese tortellinis, and at the very end, I'm gonna wilt in 1 package of baby spinach. It called for kale. I hate that crap, so we use spinach, and oh my gosh, it was like tomato soup on steroids is the best way I could describe it. Like, the sausage gave it that nice deep flavor, and the Italian seasoning, of course, and then the pasta in there. I mean, you guys, it was so good. Make this one.
You come back and say I'm sorry, boo, and I know you never mean it, gets you in though. Did you call me 'cause you had to? 'Cause you know I'd throw your suitcase out the window. I don't need you here to feel good. No, I'm not angry, I got better things to do. Tell your friends I will be just fine. Don't need no therapist, there's nothing like wine.
All right, and for the last one, we are just making a crock pot chicken noodle soup. This one was super easy, super simple. I love crock pots because you can set it and forget it. So another mi soon pla. So chopping up some celery, carrots, onion, and everything is going into the party. Once we get this chopped up, I'll show you what else we gotta do.
Need you here to feel good. No, I'm not angry, I got better things to do. Tell your friends I will be just fine. Don't need no therapist, there's nothing like wine. There's nothing like wine. Oh yeah. I don't need you here to feel good. No, I'm not angry, I got better things.
Okay guys, I added in a dash of garlic powder, and now I'm adding in 1 teaspoon of the Better Than Bouillon base and rosemary. I mean, I think it called for a 1/4 teaspoon. I did a lot. I wasn't mad at it, it was okay. That is the chicken soup base or chicken flavoring base, the powdered kind. I also added a little bit of that in there. I think I added too much. It was pretty salty, but I don't mind salt. So, you know, it was pretty good and stuff. What am I adding? How much chicken broth? I think it was 8 cups of chicken broth, and then 2 bay leaves have to go in here. And this I cooked on low for about 6 hours. Now you could add your chicken at this point. However, I was using like rotisserie chicken, so I'm not gonna add in mine until the very end, which you will see me do. And then we'll add in 4 cups of uncooked egg noodles. That only took 30 minutes to cook in the crock pot. And that's how easy this dinner was. Don't forget to remove your bay leaves. That's what I was doing right there. I mean, just a little reminder, a friendly reminder to remove your bay leaves.
'Cause when we touch is when I really come alive. Yeah. 'Cause when we touch is when I really come alive.
Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. If you are new here and you want to stick around and see more videos like this, or day in the lives, or shopping with me, or maybe I should get back into grocery hauls because I really enjoy doing that, and I think I should. I think I will do that. If you want to see those sort of things, make sure you hit that subscribe button before you go. And again, thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting my little hobby here. And as always, I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Bye.